for Feather was so many interesting moments, high octane Counter-Strike being played there, and that's exactly what we wanted in that first map. We knew Dust 2 was going to kick off, but not in that sort of fashion. That was absolutely insane. The fact we had so many force buys going in favor of either team there, SMGs prevailing in some really questionable situations, a lot of fundamental mistakes there, showing you that this game really could go either way there. It comes down to, what was this, 16-14 in the end. It was just nuts. And that second to last round as well, the full P250 round coming in from Luminosity, somehow working out for them. Just so interesting to watch there. We go into Overpass now. Another map both teams are very strong on. I do have to say I would favor Navi slightly going forward for this, considering the way Fallen's been playing as well. Yet to arrive on the server, I would say he was one of the key players on this one as well. And no caster bias, I agree with you. I think this does favor Navi slightly this map, but I really hope this gets to 3. Yeah, you want to see Inferno, right? Oh my God, Inferno between these two teams? Absolutely. Oh. We know. I don't think there would be a better matchup in terms of, maybe not raw skill, but in terms of the way these two teams play, that would be an absolutely incredible match. That's the thing. Like you talked about them having very similar play styles going into this one. Inferno is where you define that play style for both of these teams. They take it very slow, methodically, have the executions, stay as a team, very Molotov reliant and great smoke play as well. That's going to be such a battle of the titans in that one. But to get there, LG have got a mountain to climb here. On the back foot, certainly 1-0 in favor of Navi. And let's not be greedy either. It's not like we're dismissing this. This is still going to be amazing. Like you say, another one. Yeah, exactly. A lot of Molotov play is going to be a huge thing on this map. Watch for the wall of smokes in both A and B site to look for the default. So I want to see who's going to get more aggressive, who's going to be able to shut them down before they can get to the A site in specific. Well, this is the thing. So just to break down Overpass for you, the terrorist side, most tactics revolve around gaining control of the mid and long areas there, and then the final smoke execution onto the A bomb site. And then the thing is about this map is as well, CTs are actually on the offensive most rounds. They'll be pushing towards middle, into connector, trying to stop that positional control being even allowed by the terrorist team. So the amount of plays we've seen so far and the individual talent being presented, this is going to be another bloodbath going forward. We're not really sure which way it's going to go, but I can't wait to see it go down. It looks like we've got all players on the server, so we should be starting. Surely it's going to be LG starting on the CT side, slightly favored here, but hopefully. You lied, by the way. I lied. We're missing one player. There was 10, but well, now there's not. You're a liar. Apologize. Liar confirmed. Seized is back. We should be live any second. Now you can say it, Henry. Now there are 10 players on the server. Let's start the whole speech again. No, so we'll be jumping in any second. You can see the guys just warming up on his screens right now. Guardian on his screen, he's the guy. He got 36 frags on that first map. We know he can be the world's best sniper, and he showed his skills on that last one. Dust 2, definitely one of his home maps. Overpass as well can be very handy on aggressive plays, pushing up towards mid, finding the first pick, expecting to kick off on this one as well. I think Cold will definitely still be a standout on this map. He was quieter than he was. He was a little quieter, but on this map, just the way that he plays, even I would say he plays more aggressive. Like we saw from Fur, he's more passive aggressive. He sits, waits, bides his time, tries to take advantage of map control as he thinks he gets it, as he gets information. Whereas Cold's more willing to take a fight and initiate in a fight. So this map, again, with the CT aggressive side, Cold could be a big factor, but again, it comes back to the fact that it was 16-14 on Dust, and Fallen wasn't a main contributor for his team. He has to be in this one. Absolutely has to be. You say a main contributor. I don't think he arrived at all. He finished the first half on 2 or 3 frags. He was actually bottom contributor. And yeah, I'm actually for me, I rate him as one we talk about Guardian being one of those great close range AWPers as well, but Fallen's definitely up there as well. Top 5 talent, I would say, in terms of his individual presence with the AWP, but he needs to find that form he had yesterday. Let's see what he can do on this one. Like we said, LG going to be starting on the CT side, more favored, I would say, but against Navi, you never know what could happen. With world-class teams, since the update, definitely can make a lot of happen on the T side. I wouldn't be surprised they win the half. And it looks like we're almost ready to get in. 30 seconds remaining. You can see the teams on your screen right now. The webcams we've got set up. Nice little feature there, Matt. You like that? Yes, I do like that, actually. I like that it's also, and hats off to PGL, incorporated into the spectator position, too, so you can see some of the emotion in the play as it happens. It's definitely a cool feature. I think that's a big storyline that it's great for previously. Yeah, well, go ahead, finish your point. When we're in the pauses and stuff, we know players like Zeus, he can go absolutely sick on his team. He's not afraid. He's not afraid, and I actually respect that. If your team making huge errors like that were going on, take a pause and go start shouting at everyone, say, "What the hell are you doing? Let's pick this up." Individual cameras are a big part. I mean, we see the post-round ones, but even during the round, I mean, the situations where one player dies and it's just the emotion that they have, and a lot of people don't realize how into it these players can get at times. Right, so I love it. So we go into the second map. It's going to be Navi starting on the T side, LG starting on CT. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for the second map here. As we go into Overpass, it's going to be a pretty much utility-based buy for Navi. They have got some Tech 9s there. It's going to be Zeus with the smoke grenades and Molotovs. Let's see what they do. Not going to be going towards B, which is normally preferred. CT's not showing too much aggression either. Quite a passive setup for them.
And with this utility buy, it means they'll slow it down a little bit and try and find an early pick rather than walk in without the armor. They left one player over to B. He might try and just pull rotations up, but the bomb's still on the stairs, so they have that option. Again, that early pick, it's going to be everything. And like you say, it's both teams. Again, they match each other's style very well. They've gone for utilities on the CT side. 2 kits this time as opposed to Dust, where we only had the single kit.
3 HEs as well. For a CT side and pistol, that's quite unorthodox. Maybe they're waiting for the smoke and the Molotovs to come in, and then they're just going to bring in the airstrike. And let's see how that works out for them.
But this is looking pretty committed now.
Yeah, straight to that B side. I assume they're going to smoke off window at the top. Molotovs behind the toxic barrels. And try and get into the bomb side that way. You can see C's there with the bomb towards monster tunnels. Now here comes Execution. There's the smoke towards upper, and here comes the Molotov as well. You'd assume one flash, and then they're going in. Steel just there by himself after Fallen's smoked out.
Well, Fallen's nade's going to have to do some damage because his gun may not. Behind that smoke, it's up to Steel inside the water. Great shot to start it off on Flamey. A headshot at that, and a second as Fallen actually, manages to pick that one up. He finds another one on Seized, and Fur will contribute on Zeus, but nonetheless, all the kills. Wow. And I mean all of the kills go to Luminosity. None for Na'Vi, and they'll start off perfectly.
I'm not really sure how that one went down like that. They smoked out Fallen perfectly. Just Steel there with his work cut out for him. Finds those great headshots as they come into the side. Na'Vi not getting the bomb down, not finding a single kill. Very disappointing round for them, but they will be forcing into this one with the Desert Eagles and the body armor as well. The problem is, LG have gone for the full SMG buy. Could work out for them quite nicely considering Na'Vi haven't got any head armor, but with the long-ranged Eagles, they're probably going to slow things down and try and work the picks here. So LG need to try and force the issue, go for some close-range angles. You can see them doing that towards B, getting close to those monster tunnels. Falling with the scout towards long as well. So presumably he's going to want to fall back after spotting those players, go to more of a passive setup. Not done just yet. Wants to jump over that flower bed. Yet to do any damage to the T's as of yet.
Watch for Edward in that connector to just continue pushing forward and get that map control, force the CTs back inside the site, which they'll be willing to do. What a shot, though, from Flamey. Wow. That Deagle again to open things up. I love that the Deagles become more common lately because it's always exciting to see the one Deag. But again, they're comfortable going back in these passive positions with the SMGs, playing more close range on that A site rather than getting aggressive at long and running into something like a Deagle. Cold, he's able to turn around, sees not landing at that time and follow it up. Furs brought the advantage back the way that it should. And finally, Henry, we might have a half that starts off with 2 consecutive rounds as Luminosity. They'll take down everyone that remains.
Yeah, that first pick coming in, though, from Flamey, taking the sniper towards the A-bomb side. That's insane, but those close-range SMGs, as I said before, without the head armor, they were absolutely mow-down players there. Cold Zera, that high-send flick down to short, takes down the player waiting for him then. Had he died there, could have been a different story, but he prevails, and now Na'Vi pretty much on a full EK here. They will have some P250s, but should be a throwaway round technically, but you never know this game. Anything could happen, so looks like more aggression this time coming in from the CTs. Bolts facing towards Fountain, doesn't do any damage yet, but good information there. We'll be just falling back now. He's discovered where the presence of the terrorist may lie.
And now the SMG from Bolts has to come out strong. Fallen did manage to do enough damage on Flamey that he is able to complete the kill, but goes down in the end to Zeus, and they're going to swarm on both angles of Fallen. He's stuck out in the open right now. Good headshot as well inside the site on Fur, and that weakens A considerably. Na'Vi, very impressive damage to start it off. Yet another round where things aren't exactly as you'd expect. This is a good position from Cold, though. Great play, because they don't commit to A. They're a little bit concerned about what still waits inside the site, perhaps thinking they've got a rotation, but Cold, he'll be able to cut them off entirely as they walk back down into those halls, should they do so. And they may not. Fallen, he's actually going to push forward and discover that they haven't. Here we go. This is going to come into play. It has to. It's inevitable. Cold's just been sitting here. He's been so quiet. He's just waiting for the time to come. Spots the door opening. An easy kill as he takes down Zeus. Fur has to play passive. Again, that 4 HP. It's essentially a 2-on-2 in terms of aggression. Fur's going to wait for his teammates' calls. He may actually come into play still, though, because as the bomb gets exposed to him, he goes down to Edward. He does good damage, though, onto Seized. It could have gone even better than that. If he'd found that kill, it would have been much easier, but still able to pull out the clutch, and it will go to 3-0.
Yeah, a little bit of a difficult round there for the CT. They do get the 3-0, but at what cost? 3 players go down and the bomb for Navi, so they have a nice healthy buy going into this one. Good thing is for LG, clean runs before, so they will have full rifles going into this one. Steele with 7.5 grand there in his bank account, so he's going to keep the UMP and try and make something happen with that. That can be fantastic for him. It's a great close-range weapon with high armor penetration as well, so in the right situation can do some serious damage with it. Guardian picks up the AWP yet to enter this game and see what he can do in terms of the pick. Fallen as well. We'll be heading towards B with the AWP. Potentially going for an early pick here towards Monster Tunnel or pushing offshore. Let's see what he decides to do. Going to be Molotoved off. Spam coming in. Got to survive, only taking 30 damage there.
Fallen playing close to that position as well and behind the sandbags as seized. Gonna go for the jump for information perhaps. Fragile situation to be on the opposite side of that plywood. No one's there just yet, but they are actually spamming it. Cold's inside the window room right now. Watch for the smokes. Again, this is what Na'Vi loves to do. Bring down the time, bait out the utilities of the CT, and then in turn use them to their advantage when they walk in. They do have a smoke for that window should they elect to go that way, but it's going to be over toward A actually. So with that spam coming through the boards, with that read on the second player inside the site, that's enough information to suggest that there may be 3, and Na'Vi, they're not comfortable. This is really taking time. This is classic Na'Vi. 45 seconds and no one's really pushed. Fallen takes advantage of that situation and down goes Tease. Forcing the issue, forcing the hand. And Na'Vi go back toward B as a result of it. They're going to try and walk in again, though. 2 very aggressive players on either choke point. In fact, as we see Fallen, he's going to get extremely close. Loses, or rather wins the first battle, but loses the support of his teammate Steele, so he has to go back more passively because Steele, he wants to get aggressive on Monster, but another utility used in Na'Vi.
Save at this point.
And they have to. We're down to 16 seconds. We see this so commonly.
Yeah, this is the thing. Guardian getting legged there from Fallen. He finally steps up, gets 2 very important frags there. Very passive setup from the CTs, but it works out perfectly for them. If Fallen can find frags like that, it's going to work all day long. They didn't have to push into connector, no pressure applied, and that's a very clean round from them. They go to 4-0. Good news for Navi is they do keep 3 guns up, importantly as well. That AWP, so not out of this one just yet. You can see the players are available to drop AKs if they have to. But Edward probably will be on a Galil. This is the first pick coming in. Managed to already leg guard in this point as well. And there's a second one. Headshot onto Edward to finish things off. So here's the force bite. Once again, a problem for Navi as well. They ran the time down so much. By the time they actually had the option to even get into the B side, they didn't have the smokes or anything like that to actually execute the side. So they had to opt to just fall back. More of an aggressive round this time. Fur going straight towards connector. And just getting that intel. Steele going to be towards shore. He's going quite aggressive as well. They really are focusing their efforts towards B right now. Now then, Fallen towards long with the AWP.
Extremely surprised he didn't spot Steele's feet through that hole in the door, because that was an easy kill on 23 HP. So Steele might have just evaded death slightly in that situation, but now Na'Vi, they're going to start putting pressure on this long position. We're seeing a lot more passive approach from Luminosity Gaming now that the guns are out. A bit surprising. I thought they would be a lot more aggressive out toward those rock positions in specific, but so far, it really hasn't been a problem because A site hasn't come under too much siege just yet. Fallen's got another smoke to push forward with and another close AWP situation, but Cold goes down. Is he still going to stay? Because that's on the B site. Do they try and think otherwise? The guys that long from Na'Vi have not made a lot of noise. And if they go for the early rotation, it might actually pay off. But the thing is, they've got Steele so far forward. He's getting all the information for them. Although he's low on HP, he'll get down Zeus. Flash came over top to even get him out through that door, and it still didn't work out for them. So Steele, a great job, calls for it. He's got the rotation coming toward him from Na'Vi. Yet to get the rotation from his own teammates, but slowly and surely they will join him. It's going to be Fur the first to arrive, jumping out of that window room and down into that water position. Steele, low on HP, extra armor in the form of those barrels, but the Molotov is perfectly placed. He can't even run from it. He has to sit and die, and Fur, he's not able to follow that up. He's now got to wait. He needs to be careful, doesn't need to peek. Let his teammates get close, set up a crossfire from the catwalk so that they can't push from sandbags. And Fur, once Bolts does arrive and does exactly that, goes for another kill, gets Guardian. It's down to 2 left. Fur's got yet another one. He's been absolutely patient as ever, and Bolts will close it off. They'll get the defuse, and that was very well done from Luminosity.
Yeah, absolutely there. So they go towards the B-bomb side. Classic Navi style. 15 seconds remain, fully committed. And with Steele, who managed to find that first UMP kill, he will have an absolutely huge bankroll right now, 12k. Navi do get the bomb down, but the clutch, once again, Fallen going huge out on the B-bomb site, gets down 2 players and secures the round for his team. They will be on full money now. They've got the AWP out, AK-47. Navi going to be still able to buy us into this one, obviously, full loss bonus. So $3,400 and the $800 bonus coming in from the bomb as well. Nice healthy buy. Not going to have the AWP this time, though. Fur once again going down to connector. Seems Looks like more of a B presence from Navi this time. Fur just spots Zeus through the smoke there. Doesn't take any damage. It's going to be a little bit of a battle here. I think Zeus probably gets taken down at this point. This is a great little position over the smoke. There it is.
Well done. Limiting the options again from Navi. Another early pick killing against them. We talked about passive play on the T side, but just that really calculated slow pushes from Luminosity, it's giving them a big advantage. And Fallen doesn't quite spot the feet of Flamey. That would have indicated that they are looking to rotate back over to the A position. But it's good that they're not over-rotating in these situations, because we know very well, and we've seen it in both maps, that Navi, they don't commit until they have to. So even if you do start to over-rotate, it may actually come back to bite you in the end. As Edward's going to come back up. This time it is looking more promising to be on the A site.
Yeah, this is where you'll see the wall of smokes come in. They've got four smokes in hand. They haven't found a frag yet. They want to convince themselves and get that post-plant situation going in.
Cold's arrived, though, so they've got 3 to cancel it out. They can actually, even if they have to concede the plant, be patient about the crossfire setup and just try and find picks as they fall in place. No one to go on the flank to flush the bathrooms, but Flamey's going to take down Cold. Now the wall comes in, like you're saying, slight gap though. Fur, he's got a great angle to spot out players, but down from Guardian. That's a huge kill. That may actually determine the round alone. As Bolts, he's spotted in that smoke, not yet to go down, does manage to at least get the planter, and oh, Guardian, he walks into his own death. Edward, he'll take Bolts in return, but it's a 2-on-2 simply because of that play. And Flamey, though, this is a great position. There's no way Steel's going to expect, or does he? He looks, but great reactions from Flamey, able to get the headshot down by Fallen because the information was there, and it is this one-on-one situation. Might he stick this? Might he stick this? 3 to go, but you're not going to fool Edward in that situation. And as such, Navi, although they reset around lost bonus, keep in mind, they do pick up their first round.
Fur gets that first pick towards the connector there. They go back to that real passive setup there. We saw the wall of smokes coming in. I think they actually threw a couple of smokes towards B as well to kind of sell some sort of bait towards that side, try and hold some CD players towards B as long as possible while they try to get the bomb down. It's a very hairy situation. Could have gone either way there. We saw players getting 2 double frags through the smoke as they came in, but they managed to prevail. The one-on-one situation goes in their favor. The money situation for LG, though, is going to be absolutely fantastic. They can fully buy into this. CT aggression coming in. Fur, given that AWP, the shoot towards Fountain, doesn't actually able to capitalize on that one so far. Fallen towards long. I'm sure he's going to have some presence here. You can see Navi making their way towards that area now.
Fallen takes that initial shot, but he is flashed off of it. This will give Navi the position to push around the corner and much closer onto that A site. Fallen in turn goes back toward to watch the bathrooms, but Guardian didn't find the pick. If he had, it would have been so much better. Good read from Zeist. He actually gets dinked down to 2 HP, but great early pick to have. And again, they haven't had that in quite some time. They need to win this round as well, as we talked about. That round lost bonus gone, and coming down to a one-on-one. They're really tight for money still.
Yeah, they'll be on full eco if they lose this round. So this is a must-win for Navi going forward. Fallen now going aggressive towards middle. This could be dangerous for him. There it is. Zeus takes him down. Still gets one of his own. Still a 4-on-3 in favor of Navi. Looks like they'll be making their way towards the B-bomb side now. There's going to be Steel waiting on the other side of the door, though. They actually decide to go back towards middle. There is Fur in the bathrooms, though. He's going to be the snake in the grass. He actually isn't going to have the shot just yet. This is really exciting from him.
This guy is so clever, so passive, and Fur, he did it in the first half as well. He does open up fire. He waited all the while. He gets 2. Fur, is he going to smile upon his work to see? Did he who make the lamb make thee, but not to be? Flamey takes down Fur, and it's going to be all left in his hands. 1-on-2. Bolts and Steel up against him. Both with kits, full armor, and with 4 seconds, this is done. It's going to be a timeout call because Navi know they've reset the money bonus, and Luminosity will pick up their 6th.
What a moment that was from Fur in the bathrooms there. We saw him. There's such disciplined play there. It's so hard to see players walk in front of you and not take that shot. He capitalized, took 2 down, and won the round for his team there. And there's another pause coming from Navi. Another similar things happen on Dust 2. Not watching key areas, not looking into sudden choke points, and they're actually getting ripped apart here. This is a real problem for them. They have no money to go into this round. They saved an AWP. Flamey got that one, but I'm not really sure what they can do at the round, to be honest. They can't really justify forcing into this one with the Tech 9s, I would say, considering the firepower LG have going into this one. Fallen has the AWP still, 4 rifles on the other guys. Big round coming in. LG coming to life in this second map.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Again, we saw so back and forth and so close on Dust 2. We never really saw an economical lead. The good news is, although we can't see it on screen right now, it's not like LG is that far ahead in economy. Excuse me. Why is English so hard? But the point is, Navi do have a chance to still break them. There's still a chance to get back into this half if they can start to get some momentum rolling. Obviously, this reset really hurts them.
Yeah, this is why they've taken the pause. Zeus giving his team a grilling, I'd imagine, right now. as they seem to be most of the rounds losing that first pick and then trying to struggle their way back into it. The only round they got was actually for finding that pick towards connected, the simple execution where that works out for them. I'd like to see them mix things up a little bit. They haven't really tried anything too technical towards the B bomb site yet. The thing about Overpass as well, it's very viable to go towards B. Even a straight up B rush can be great, but I prefer a kind of VP style execution, getting a nice full utility usage towards that site. It looks like actually you can hear the buy-ups coming in. Navi are going for it. They're going to be getting AK-47s here.
Just for the record,
yeah.
Twitter seems to think that was Shakespeare. That was William Blake.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just so people know. Learn your poetry, guys.
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
No. I came up with it on the fly.
Well, there we go. So, as I said, Navi go to decide to buy into this one. This could be disastrous for them. Losing this round could be everything on the second map here. Guardian, obviously, with the AWP, that's going to be vital. He needs to do some serious work here. Had a quiet second map here. 1 for 6 currently. On the other side of the spectrum, Fallen definitely stepping up a lot. I think he's got the same amount of frags he did in the entire of Dust 2s on 7 now. As we go into round number 8. CT aggression. Not going to be too heavy. He's got one player towards mid. Bolts, he's not going to commit to the connector, but Fur, very aggressive towards long. He's gone all the way, in fact. And this could be great. The fact he's got to the position undetected, Navi going to have no idea whatsoever. He's got to go to the playground as well. Flamey behind this board. Could go either way. Now will be spotted. Who's going to capitalize here? Takes down Guardian. Will he be able to get away? He doesn't. Flamey takes him down. 4 on 4. Great push from Fur. Unable to do anything with it really, though. So I'd say the advantage slightly goes in favor of Navi here, as they have options to go towards long now. We can see the CT's reaction coming in. They're not going to give it up too easy.
And the big thing is, Navi, they have an op to work with, but more importantly, they've got 3 smokes. So you would say, okay, there's a chance that even if they stay passive, it's not a great money situation for Navi. They get 1 pick, okay, not the end of the world, but where they have these smokes, they've weakened the A. Now they can put that wall of smoke again and go for a very fast plant.
This is the thing. So they will be creeping up towards long. Problem is, 2 CTs there. You've got Bolts in that very close-up position. Not normally recommended unless you have a teammate there. This time he does. Fallen, though, not committing to it. This is actually going to work out very nicely for LG, you know.
Greatly done by both, but what a turnaround. Edward, he finds him immediately, gets the call, but Steez takes Fallen, and it looked like when he would overextend, Fallen would clean that up. It's still Navi in the lead of this round. Armor on the 2 players with guns as well. Steez with the Tech 9. He tries to take down Cole, but it's Edward instead, and brilliant stuff from Navi. This is going to turn it all around. We said it wouldn't take much to break LG's economy, and after a reset, this is exactly how they need to respond, and it's going to work out. Navi with 2. This match is on.
That is absolutely huge. They take the pause. They take that decision to use the 1 AWP, force up with Tech 9s and 1 AK. First somehow gets that amazing positional control towards playground, but Navi just playing so passively, hiding behind the planks and the slides and stuff, gets the kill and response. It pulls LG a little bit thin towards long, and they find that pick and the trade towards long, get onto the bomb site. Great split from middle as well, and it's just too much for Luminosity to hold off here. So they will be on the eco now, and finally a chance for Navi to build up some momentum. Luminosity have some 2 Desert Eagles, P250s, and would say it should be around this convincingly in favor of Navi, but who knows what's going to happen when these guys are in with the pistols. Guardian takes down Steel. Fur replies though, 4 on 4.
At least an advantage to try and go for that gun, but there's no chance to do so. Flamey's right there, so Navi, again, we said it would be on. It definitely is. They can pull this back to 6-3. Cold left on absolutely nothing. It is a good choice here not to overly invest into this round. Luminosity know they still have the lead. They can play the long game, try and squeak out a few more when it comes down to it.
That was the thing on Dust 2. Every single round felt like a force buy. They're actually showing some discipline here. Want to make sure they're invested for the long game. Now it's going to be the 4 on 3. Now he's actually playing this very confidently, I'd say. They're making sure they don't make any mistakes. C's getting another pick there. That should settle things up. But as we say, that Fallen does take down C's, and that should indicate they can go towards the A bomb, so it can only be a maximum of 1 player there. So emphatically making their way to the side now. It's going to be Bolts waiting in bank. Bomb should go down.
He's being smart about this as well. Doesn't look for 1 headshot with the pistol when they enter. He wants his teammate here, so at least they can try and go for crossfire. But Flamey's position right now is very good with this AK. And Bolts never saw it coming. Snooze gets his teammate at the exact same time, and the lead is halved. Back to 6-3 after 3 consecutive rounds from Navi.
So Navi now. Be interesting to see which direction they go in for. If they can get the AWP on Guardian, and they say which he wills, used to be dropping that for him. Money's still not great in the Luminosity camp, you know. They're going to have to go very aggressive here. I don't think they'll have a single kit. Well, they get 1. Fallen gets it. 3 Famises, 2 M4s, 1 kit, no incendiaries, so they have got 4 smokes and can delay the teaser. This is the aggression I was talking about. They need to find this first frag if they're going to have any chance going into this one. So they're going to push 2 players and connect to this time. It's going to be Cold and Fur. And there's only one player from the T's waiting for him. That's going to be Zeus. Taken down last time. Needs to be careful as the boost comes in as well for the CTs. That can be very difficult to handle sometimes.
Just gonna wait for this approach as well. Again, Na'Vi, although they're staying more passive, the difference is, like you said, Luminosity, they've gotten into those lower tunnels. We haven't seen them go for this play, and Na'Vi, they need to find a way to read this. This is the aggression I expected and kind of wanted to see from Luminosity, but it's not going to work out. Edward, he at least takes down one already, and Zero, can he try and get back up from this stairwell? He might just get locked in position. They seem to have an inkling that if they're aggressive in one position, it may pay off everywhere. Zeus spots one in the tunnels. That's only going to pay off for one kill, though, because Zero there immediately to go for the trade. And they have to get that trade. If it goes to 5 versus 3 in the situation where they're locked in the stairwell like that, then it's essentially done for. Steel gets back into Guardian.
This is a problem for Na'Vi. And a lot of these rounds are not together, so spread out. One frag means the CT can fall back with the information gathered, though. But look towards the tunnels there. Sees is coming in the back of Coldzera, finds him. Easy headshot, execution in the side of the head. Going to be 2 players remaining for the CTs. Flamey takes down Bolt. A bomb site should be open now, as Steel is the last player remaining. Makes his way from CT spawn. Going to be pushing down. Will he be able to get anything from this? Sprays through the smoke, unable to capitalize. Takes down Edward, though, and it brings it to a 2-on-1.
So smart from Steez to go in slowly as well, but great shot from Steel. It's not done yet. Every round has a story. It's low HP for Flamey. He holds on, and Na'Vi, now they've got 4 in a row.
That's a crazy round to happen. Obviously, Luminosity all in on that one. Needed to make something happen. First picks going in favor of Zeus in the connector, but Steel stepping up, had every chance to win that one. Guardian on 6 HP, I'm not sure how he survived there, but a valiant attempt there from the CT side. They will be onto yet another eco here. Navi definitely picking up some momentum. That's 3 in a row for them. Money getting to a reasonable position. Not going to have the AWP this time, but that's completely fine considering the CTs only have Desert Eagles and CZ. They're going to be full on stack B this time. This is good news for Navi as they're going towards that fast control towards long. Presumably going to get up there as fast as they can. Don't really need to rely on the smokes. Maybe one towards CD spawn and just take control of the map there. They know the situation for the CTs in terms of money to be very poor. Spot one player towards bank, do a reasonable amount of damage to bolts. You can see them now just making their way in. They're not going to trying to use smoke grenades whatsoever. There it is, first pick from Guardian. And now the bomb site should be theirs for the taking.
This is interesting. Again, we thought this map might favor Na'Vi. It started so well from Luminosity. Hopefully they can mentally compose themselves and not let this get out of hand. Steel able to take down Guardian. Gets the AK as well. Might almost be better in this situation, 3 versus 4 to save that gun. But Flamey wants to pursue and cut them off, and where they've committed to the bank stairs, he actually has a great chance of popping down and getting that gun before it even gets away. And we saw this a few times from Luminosity last game, that they committed in situations where, again, where the economy was so far removed, it was back and forth so much that saving a gun would have made a big difference. It's gone already, so the AK, although Steel's going to re-grab one at B, it potentially could have been 2 saved.
This is the thing, these anti-ecos always seem to be very expensive in Navi. It's never a clean-cut procedure. They lose 3 men once again, and their money's not fantastic. They're going to have to be rebuying into this one. Not going to be able to... There's the fire as well. We didn't expect that. That's the first time I've seen. That's exciting.
That is exciting. PGL, by the way, this is not the first time PGL's used fire. This is the first time they've used it correctly, because at PGL Season 1, they used it on stage when TSM won. They almost burned Olaf alive. So that's pretty sick, though. Production, #production value, this is unreal.
That was impressive, but there we go. We go into 6-5. LG now able to buy up into this round, get the AWP out onto Fallen again. I'd assume he'll be going towards long, trying to find that first pick. That's been a heavy area of contention for Navi. More of a passive round there from the CTs. Not going to be pushing into connector so much. Flamey making his way towards short. CTs though just waiting, lying in wait. Not much to be presented so far to Navi as they slowly make their way towards middle. Guardian leading the charge here. Sniper rifle in hand. Just wants to clear out these key areas. Give the call for his team. It's safe to come in. Flamey waiting for any aggression from the CTs towards short as well.
Fallen flash. He's a bit in the open, a bit exposed. Very good chance for Guardian to win that exchange. It doesn't turn out as such, and fortunately for Luminosity, they'll keep all 5 players up. A little bit of map control loss, but we've actually seen, surprisingly, that although this is Overpass, and we talk about this being a key area where Edward is being aggressive as CT, hasn't really played as much of an effect in this game. In fact, the one round they pushed forward, it cost them.
This is Guardian now takes down Fallen. That's the AWP player for the Brazilian side. That's going to open the map up. CTs need to react, and here it comes from Bolts. He needs to find a frag, takes down Edward, and now will he be able to retrieve from this position? He's stuck towards the bathrooms, 31 HP. CT's trying to find anything they can. Still takes down Steve. Zeus replies though, getting that kill towards bathroom now. Fur with the AWP, won't be able to do much with this. Headshot, falling back to a difficult position, gets taken down by Zeus there.
Oh, that headshot on the first player. If they walked around that corner, that nade could have killed Flamey. That was almost a really cool play considering the situation he was in. I was surprised he lived that long, but the bomb's gonna go down now regardless. Cold gets one in Flamey. It's back to 2-on-2 with still a lot of time. And Cold, he's picked up Zeus. Guardian waits. Great shot inside the smoke. It's down to Ian Steele. Not able to connect, and Steele. Finally, Luminosity get back into it. And another money round bonus reset, but man, nothing is safe in this game.
Good lord, it looks like that round was tied up for now. They get the bomb site. Cold Zera just flies out of bank through a smoke grenade, finds a kill somehow, and still once again clearing up, winning the one-on-one. Guardian, such a horrible position to try and finish that one off. And like he said, Luminosity finally get around on the board. And the thing is, after losing all 4 men there, coming down to a one-on-one, the money definitely isn't in their favor. Another huge round coming in. If they lose this one, their money is broken. So a must-win round for Luminosity as we go into this. Navi have the AWP once more and 4 AKs. Thing is, they haven't got too much utility to play with. Just 2 smokes, 1 Molotov. It seems like the CT's going for a little bit more aggression this time. They get their way towards bathrooms. 2 players committed to that area. Fallen, there it is. Gets that pick onto shore once more. Takes down Seized as well. Brings the man advantage to their favor. And now they're Navi replying. 3 men committed to pushing up long.
Crazy again that this round, whoever loses is going to be forced onto a save, despite that they're coming off 5 straight. Navi, it's for again, drops the bomb this time as well. Pinched in and forced from the other side of the bathroom entrance, though, so Zeus does trade it, but Bolts is right there for another double. Again, nothing safe. Bolt, he's going to close it as well. Luminosity, they've broken Navi in turn, and now they have a chance to go up to 9 rounds before Navi may get a chance to answer, but again, Henry.
They need to eco here, like you said. The economy just so back and forth in this matchup. So it's going to be P250s and Desert Eagles at most for Navi going to this one. We talked about LG needed to go big on this one, and Bolts delivered. 3-man spray with the FAMAS keeps Luminosity alive in terms of the money. So presumably going to make it to 9 rounds here. 2 more to go. Fallen once again with the AWP. Should be changing up his position this time. Going to be going towards monster tunnels instead of short. And you can see that aggression from Fur. Once again, he loves to go towards player gun. Spots player going towards middle as well. This backstab's going to be huge from him. Massive cleanup potential. Going to give the call to his team what's going on. Bolts can see them as well. And this is the chance for Fur to strike.
Fur gets at least 1. 2 now as well. Flamey into him, and it's just going to be a slaughter that time. Easy. 2 guns, opposite angles, nowhere to hide.
Nice cleanup there. And here it comes then. The crescendo of this half. Round number 15. Not too much cash for Navi to work with. They will be on full AKs here. Guardian's been much quieter this game, has to be said, but the picks he has got have been vital to winning these 5 rounds. So we go into the last one. What are the CTs going to do with this? We have had a mixture of defensive setups and full aggression as well. Fur now, once again, he's going to be going straight in with the M4. Just goes for the nade, not going to be committing too much to this. And now then, Navi, 4 players towards a B site. I'd assume using these smokes now for that wall of smoke, post-plant situation. They need to deal with the 2 CTs on the other side of monster tunnels this time.
And that smoke is just going to be the saving grace right now for Steele as he tries to slow them off. We see this play a lot. Cold Zera, he's going to sit close in that pinched position between the 2 choke points so he can support his teammate and also still be in a relevant situation to take down Edward. Exactly what he does, and it's worked out perfectly. That flash, and then immediately peeks to the opposite side. He gets a contribution on either entry point, but Flamey, they've come back in. Guardian's able to take Bolts. Fur, very aggressive. Not gonna wait this time. Tries to jump onto the site, and that allows Zeus to push up the plywood beside him, undetected, and it leaves it as Fallen 1-on-3. Last round of the half, no reason to save, so if there's a moment to be a hero, it's right now, and Fallen, slow on Dust 2, has been anything but so far on Overpass. Bomb's gonna go down, he knows that. It's 5 HP as well, or rather 8. If he had to hit the right spot there, that was all done as well. Back to the 1-on-1, they know he's up there. Zeus is waiting below as well, and Fallen, he's trying to investigate and evaluate. He spots the elbows, but they pick it together. And it will be another 9-6 scoreline. This time, however, it's for Luminosity.
Not much to play with there for Navi. They went for the B execution. We saw it fall apart for them. The first 2 frags dropped against them, but Flamey and Zeus going big there to finish things off, and Fallen left in an almost unwinnable situation. Gets the 6th round on the board for Navi. Convincing half of them. I think they'll be happy with that. We know how strong their CT half can be. Fallen quite a passive AWP on this map. Expect the exact opposite from Guardian here. He'll be boosting up towards middle. He'll be pushing short. He'll be going towards Monster Tunnel. He'll just be absolutely nuts going forward on this one. So this is where things get interesting. If Luminosity can get the pistol, they put themselves in great contention to take this map here. If they lose it, I'm not so sure it's going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, even when this was at 6-0, like we said, the economy was such that there was always a chance for Na'Vi to pull back into it, and they never
Well, they took that
turned
pause.
back. Once that opportunity arose, again, that's another great point. That's another pause that they took in a really good time, because again, they took one cleverly when they were in the lead on Dust 2. They take one here, they got 4 consecutive rounds.
That's the round. So it was 5-0. They won a round and lost the subsequent one. They literally had, like, I think about $2,000 to $3,000 across the team. I was calling, okay, they need to eco here. They saved one orb. They forced with it. They had Tech 9s and an orb. Somehow works out for them. Then they get 4 in a row. Fantastic roll of momentum for them. But the round finished, the half finishes at 9-6. Like I said, it's a decent half for Na'Vi. They've got a very strong CT half. I expect a lot more aggression than you saw from Luminosity that time. I think they'll be emphatic here. They'll be pushing up in all sorts of areas, double teaming middle, and trying to get down the connector. They'll be doing all sorts of antics around there. So 20 seconds till we go into the next one. You can see the teams on the screen now just discussing how they're going to enter this pistol round. I would assume this is all on the line here. As I mentioned, if Luminosity take this, they have a real good chance here on their CT side. Key players stepping up there. Bolts and Steel with some fantastic moments, especially Steel towards that B-bomb site. He really did save them in a lot of key situations.
He's another one. He's the second on the scoreboard here as well, that he often gets the grief. There's one player on every team that obviously is going to come under fire from the community. You know, he's the one that's not necessarily near the top of the leaderboard. Both maps so far, he's been excellent for Luminosity. So more players stepping up in big moments for them. But here we go. Half number 2, Luminosity in the lead, but they go on to the attacking side, and this pistol, if it's won by Na'Vi, could even the score before they even get a chance. They're going to stack up on B right now as well, Na'Vi, with 4 sets of armor, 1 kit on Zeus. In turn, it's 5 sets of armor and 2 decoys only for Luminosity, so when they hit, they're going to hit fast. It's going to be a Glock train, and with that first pick on Guardian, as we said, it was a bit of a stack on the B site. They have a chance to really push forward quickly.
Yeah, Guardian did not want to go down this situation. Now they know they have full control of middle and long. It's going to be a struggle for the CTs to get back to the A side as quickly as possible. Here they come, the terrorists coming in as fast as they can. The Raging Bulls onto the A bomb site. Seas takes down Bolts. Fur replies though, and now then they have a real chance to get the bomb down. Almost impossible situation for the CTs to retake this one, but Zeus is trying. Coldzera takes him down, 3-on-2 now.
Flamey, he's desperate to try and find another pick here because it suddenly turned back, and Coldzera, though, getting Edward works out very well. It's left to just Flamey. He's the one with the kit and armor because he's picked it up off of Zeus. 1 kill, he might be able to make it possible, but Steel is going to disallow that. And what a round to win for Luminosity with this much of a lead.
Big stuff there from Luminosity. Guardian going towards Fountain, just trying to listen out for footsteps and gaining the information he could while the rest of his team stacked towards B. The moment he got taken down, Luminosity knew exactly what was going on. He saw them stampeding up towards that bomb site, and this got it down. It was a little bit hairy at times, but the 2-on-1 situation going in their favor. And now then, Na'Vi will be forced buying into this one. Seized on the scout. 3 players on 5-7s, Deagles, armor as well. It's a straight up B rush, it seems, from Luminosity as they go through Monster Tunnel. Could this be their failing as they go in?
That's a really fast play. They wanted to get him deep inside the tunnel. Instant flash doesn't really catch Edward. He's able to stay in the corner as well because they don't have any Molotovs to force him out. Is that going to be a problem? Because with him staying there, they brought these Deagles over. The one utility you'd need, it may cost them the round. Guardian's there to take down Cold. Finally, a nade comes in to get Edward out of that position in the corner. But still, they're a man down. And such a simple thing, the lack of a Molotov makes such a difference in the round. Zeus is able to push up as well. He may catch off Steel, who's low on HP, only 39 left for him.
This frag's going to be huge. Oh, they're going to narrowly miss out on each other there. So the bomb makes his way towards connector. CT spread pretty thin. There's only be 1 player towards there. That's going to be Seized. He's got the scout. And now then, we've got Fur with the Mac-10 pushing onto the A-bomb site. He may be able to capitalize it. You can't split the barrel. We can see it on our screen. There it is. Seized. Takes him down. Brings it to the 3-on-1. We've got Steel, the last round remaining. Bomb in hand and an AK-47. 30 seconds to play with. Needs to find a frag right now. Does spot Seized. Seized, you do not need to commit to this, but he does anyway. Jumping shot to take down Steel. Fantastic play from him. And the force buy from Na'Vi working out for them. Can you believe it, Matt? Deagle's prevailing on that B rush from Luminosity.
Normally, I would say no. But after what we saw in Dust, yeah, I totally can. This is incredible. Again, if they had had a Molotov to force Edward out of that position, he's gone, and it leaves only a single person to peek. Guardian in that case. Instead, it's a full crossfire. He's able to bait the attention. Guardian pops up, and the round just falls apart for Luminosity.
Well, we're not out of the woods just yet, Matt, because it's going to be the force buy on the T side as well. They've got the Tech 9s, they've got armor, they've got utility. Heading towards B once more. It's going to be a fast short push, but Zeus is there. Takes down 1. Bolts secures the kill on him.
And now it's going to be an all-out brawl inside that construction area, and Bolt prevails on the second kill as well. Edward knows they've got a decent chance of being close to that connection. That's the sandbag point, so lobs a nade, and that would have killed Bolt if they were committed to it, but he's still sat back right now, just waiting in the cubby. And just to put emphasis on how much that last eco round, or force buy round rather, could really mean in this game is with that early lead and potentially putting something like 12-6, how back and forth it's been. That's a decent cushion for Luminosity, but this may come back to haunt them, because if they pull this right back to 10-8, then it's pretty huge.
The thing is right now, Luminosity have the man advantage, and they have smokes and molotovs as well. They could actually execute on a bomb site. It makes it really difficult for Navi here. It's going to be Guardian isolated on the bomb site. He has got backup in terms of C's as well. They're quite passive. The T's just trying to work out where they're going to go with this one. Still have 35 seconds. They have 2 players towards B, 2 towards middle as well. So potentially setting up that distraction towards the B side, work out who's going on there, try and pull some players apart. And that's actually working as well. You can see it's going to be Guardian rotating, not sure where to go with this one. 25 seconds remain. The T's make their way towards the A bomb site now.
Guardian, though, does catch Fallen on the entrance, and the bomb, it's dropped on top of the box. That's unfortunate for Luminosity, but they may not even get that far forward. Great reaction to turn back with the Tech 9. Take Guardian down. He's way back behind, but again, they've got to go for that jump. First, desperate to try and grab the bomb, and it's going to cost them. Oh, that's so unfortunate as Seized. He gets 2, and now it's Edward. They will get the 8th round.
That all came down to that kill from Guardian, and like you said, the bomb going down on the box, that's so unfortunate, makes it so much more difficult to handle, especially the time running as low as it was. The force spike coming so close to Luminosity taking it, but now they will be forced onto a full eco here. They're going to have to get some Tech 9s out. No utility, and to see what they can do. Potentially another rush coming in, I would assume, towards middle, or maybe just a straight up B push. Let's see what they decide to do. CTs know they have the favor in terms of money here. It's been a problem, these anti-ecos for Navi in this series so far. Just play passively, make the T's work for it. Don't give them these early picks. Need to make them try and plant. It's the easiest way to set up crossfires.
He's trying to get that information by jumping up over top of the wall. Hasn't spotted anyone yet. Is that confidence enough for him to make the call, though, that they may commit to A? That certainly will be that peek from Guardian as he spots 2 committing. Does take them both of them as well from that UMP. Flamey in a very tight position. Great spot to have the rest of them just walk into his crosshair. Goes for the peek, realizes they're not quite that close, so smokes will come out just to hold them off even longer. They'll buy time, and Flamey, he still manages to find Cold as he goes for the wide peek. Catches him off just slightly with the M4, and Fur, he's trapped and limited to the corner. No vision whatsoever toward the site to work with. As the bomb, though, this is clever, because playing for the plant in this situation just to go for economy could work out. And Fur, he's going to have to be a magician here, pull a rabbit out of a hat and hope for the best and keep everyone locked down inside of that A site. Steel's getting desperately close here. If this works out, it would be brilliant and absolutely pay off massively in the long run.
Wishful thinking of Steel here, thinking he's going to get a bomb down. If he does, I will eat my words. Edward's going to be waiting for him as well. 25 seconds remain. He's been very sneaky, though. He didn't actually get detected at all. Maybe he will get away with this, you know. There it is. Edward does take him down. Brings the scoreline to 10-9. Navi fighting back in this one. 3 rounds in a row for them now after losing the pistol as well. Impressive stuff from them. So Guardian now picking up the AWP. Luminosity won't be so lucky. They'll be going for 5 AK-47s. Have got 5 smoke grenades, though. We know they can be a very technical team in terms of their executions. Let's see what they bring to the table now. We talked about Guardian being very aggressive in this map. It looks like he'll be going towards B, presumably towards that monster tunnel pick. A key round coming in. There's some aggression being shown from C's as well. He'll be going towards connector, smoking it off, slowing the T's down there.
There for the taking. Guardian got there. He almost spotted it out. They almost had a confrontation at Monster, like you said, on that quick play. It was Steel that would have been on the receiving end, but they managed to evade it. A little bit of luck for Steel, I dare say, but it turns out better for him still, because he finds Zeus, who in turn had pushed up in toward that construction area to try and get more map control from the CT side. So this is really good work from him to try and open the map, and he thinks Guardian's on the retreat. He's going to push through this Guardian. He's not going to have any clue whatsoever. He actually gets right up, sees, goes down to Bolt, and Steel's there. He's waiting. This is so perfect. He knows they're rotating back. He comes. Guardian spotted already. Is he going to hit the shot? We've seen him do it up close before. Goes to the pistol instead. Steel, he's desperate to hold them in place. The bomb, meanwhile, has gone to A. Guardian wins it, but he's done enough to hold one of the 2 CTs far away from his teammates, so it's enough for at least a plant, as Edward has to come up with something. Does find Fur initially at the AK-47. They haven't gone to the traditional bathroom position, and there's no flank, so it's going to be a very, very intense fight immediately on top of the platform of the site. As Edward still tries to search the corners, he may just look toward Cold. Cold still holds the exposure, and now Guardian with an AWP is going to try and get away, but they're so close. This is smart. He's going to be smart to get towards the stairwell, but Fallen reads it perfectly.
That was actually really clever from Luminosity, right? So you think when Guardian hit that smoke down, you think you're covered, no one's going to push through that. Steel just does it, pinces them, finds so much attention towards that B bomb site. His teammates running into A. The CTs had no idea what was going on there. They make a real nice play onto the A bomb site and get their first gun round on the board there. 11 plays 9. CTs definitely in a difficult situation with the money. You can see Edward with the Famisette. Not a single kid on the team, which suggests they need to find that first pick. Guardian needs to do some big work here. He'll be going towards B once more. Looks like he may be heading towards the short area, though. He's going to be Molotov'd off, though, so that won't be an option as of yet. Luminosity playing a much more passive game this time. And they have got the AWP on Fallen as well, so they'll be looking for picks. You can see him challenging the Monster Tunnels this time. Will he meet his maker in form of Guardian?
Spoke off Fallen as he looks for that peek. He knows Guardian is the type of player to go aggressive in a situation like that. They are going to push back into this construction. Guardian with the op as well. This could be really clever if Guardian, he doesn't able to hit the first shot. If he had picked that up, that would have been brilliant. Fur tries to come in and catch him in transition, but through the wall!
Now
it's Guardian again!
That's sick. That's just Guardian things.
Oh, man. This guy, he's got to be one of the best players in the world to watch. If you're not a fan of Guardian, you're not a fan of Counter-Strike. He is so exciting. Yeah, and that, look, he's just looking for more now, right? He's gotten 2, one on Dust, 1 here, why not? Third's a charm, but right now the charm's gonna have to work out for Luminosity because they are down to just 3 players remaining, and at 5 they have to contend with. Feast is biding time as well. Flamey and he both get kills. They patiently waited and found both players as they tried to peek together, and Flamey goes down, Fallen. He's actually pulled this back. He knows where Guardian is, but he holds together. And the angle favors them. It will be now 10-11. It's down to the wire again, Henry.
Absolutely, and now after winning that 1 round, the money lost bonus is reset. They get $1,400 going into this one. And it's going to have to be a full eco going into this. This is just, what do you want to analyze there? It's just Guardian coming through and just shooting him head off for a wall. And the Fallen trying his best to make things happen there. 2 nice kills towards the end, but not going to amount to much. Just doing a little bit of damage to the economy of the CTs. They're aware of the situation, so Zeus can justify getting the P9s in. This one can do fantastic work on this map, especially at close range like the area is right now on short. These, though, can really play with it. They'll be going straight towards long. Guardian misses the first shot. Flamey takes down Bolts, but it's going to be a bloodbath here. 4 kills going in favor of Navi. Boltzera just the last man remaining, and he is dealt with as well. We are all tied up, 11-11. Navi fighting back after the first half of 9-6. They're looking very strong right now. The buy for Luminosity this time is going to be very poor indeed if they do so wish to get into this one. It's about 3,500 average across the board. You can see them contemplating right now what they're going to do.
They're going for it.
It's fair enough, they can get full AKs and armor. It's just going to be the lack of utility. 1 player on a Tech 9 as well. They've got 2 smokes, 3 smokes, 1 Molotov. Definitely on the ropes here. This is a huge round for them. They're going to be going straight towards B. I'd assume it'd be a similar tactic as what we saw from Navi. Get the smokes down on the bomb site, try and corner off and isolate some of the players, and then make their way in as they go up short now.
Really long push, a really aggressive push by their 3 players at A, all out toward long. They know they're not here. This gives them a good flank potential. But it also gave Luminosity a chance to walk onto that B site with authority. They've since slowed things down. This is actually an interesting situation because it looked like if they walk back up the stairs, Navi would just be waiting. Instead, they've gone passively back toward the A site. So it goes from looking like a really unorthodox, aggressive push to a normal round when we look at the minimap. The one difference, however, is going to be Edward Playground.
Yeah,
get a lot of information.
You can see the CT's rotating towards B as well. They've read this like a book. Here it comes, the execution from the T side.
And they're locked out already. Smokes, Molotovs, a lot of noise. They've definitely heard the footsteps. So Zeus is just waiting for them to try and push through. They go for the boost instead. Cold, it pays off for at least 1. But the P90 up close, it's too much for him to handle until Bolts gets the trade. And into the site they will pour. Guardian still waiting. It's tagged up, but can't conclude it. Watch for the flank, though. Edward walks in through Monster. And that'll be it. Edward gets both ensuing kills. And Navi, they've snapped this lead back already.
Yeah, Luminosity committing that many players to the B side of the map. They needed to execute faster than that. They couldn't wait that long. Once Edward got up into the playground there, like, it's game over. They're rotating in. It's too obvious what's going on. So now we get the pause. Fallen deciding what he's going to do here. And it's going to be an interesting procedure going forward. You can see their money now. It's going to be about $2,500, I think, across the board. So Navi definitely in the driving seat now. They know the money's pulled that force by really not working out for Luminosity. That's poor from them, it has to be said. When you commit that many players towards the side of the map, you don't have time to mess around. You can't just sit there and hope it's going to work out. As soon as you lose that control, the CT start rotating towards that site, and it's just locked down from that point. Got a couple of kills, but that was about it. Very sloppy way to enter the bomb site. So, pause coming in. This is a chance for Luminosity to work out how they're going to approach this one. I'd like them to eco this round. They still have time to get back into it. It's not over yet. Don't force buy once more and it's completely ruined the economy. They can probably justify some Tech 9s, a couple of smokes maybe, try and get the bomb down. My best bet for them would be get that mid control, a couple of smokes towards A, and then just try and get a plant. That's the headline of this one. Get a plant down and make sure you have a really healthy buy going into the next one. So far, it's 3 rounds in a row for Navi. They really are digging their heels in now.
And now what does Luminosity do this time out?
It's just like, guys, we're almost out of this tournament. Need to find something right now. It's just such a difficult decision. Force buy or not. It looks like they will be going for that coined phrase, the quasi buy, which means you can keep your money at around the 2K mark, invest slightly into the round, some body armor, some tech 9s, a little bit of utility in terms of smoke grenades and HGs, for example. Try and find some kills. You can make things difficult for the CT. So let's see what they can do with this one. You would assume this is an easy round for Navi to pick up. They should be going slightly more passive this time. They saw as a force buy last time, so don't need to commit too heavily to pushing down in key areas in the map. Flamey will be going towards middle. Holding an off angle here, just making sure he doesn't get caught with his pants down towards mid. He'll be falling back now as well, smoking off connector, looks like.
Bomb's gonna circulate back toward through those stairwell. The stairwell is well toward that A position where Guardian waits with the AWP. He's taking every chance he gets, is he not? Just fires into that wall again.
Give it a go.
Oh, did he spot him? Did on the jump. Looked away at the moment that it was possible to take the shot, but still was able to get the read. So he's got the information that at least one player's out toward long. More smokes deployed in the front of bathroom. Just slow down the rest of them. But still not full committal as they turtle themselves back into those lower hallways. He's definitely trying it.
Yeah, this is as predicted. The CT's playing very passively here. They know this is their round to lose. Force the issue, make the T's come and plant the bomb here. They're going to be making their way up through bathrooms. They haven't got any smokes to play with, so I'm not really sure what they're hoping for here. Just hoping to grab a cheeky kill close range as they get closer and closer to the bomb site. Here we go. They're going to have to make their move any second now.
Guardian forced further back slightly, but still has an angle to hold until they walk in, and it's Flamey fortunately able to hold the left side of the site so Guardian can stay alive on the right, and it's Zeus to close it out regardless as they rotate around. And they extend their lead to 2, and Luminosity will be able to buy this round, but it pretty much has to be now that they get back into this.
Yeah, you're right. So that's 4 in a row. And you can see Flamey doing very well there to full control on the spray and just locking it down, only losing 1 man in the procedures. So nice stuff from them. Actually a very disciplined round there from Navi. 13-11 now. Fallen with the AWP. He needs to make something work here. Here's the more aggression from Navi being showed this time. Sees will be going towards connector. Smoking it off. He knows his presence there as well. Guardian picks up that first frag, takes down the AWP player. Fallen drops, but Bolts replies, taking down Flamey as well. Now the CTs, we've got aggression from long. The backstab comes in. Now they can fall back, but seized once more.
That was a brilliant crossfire. You would expect that when you get that first pick, that trade kill, that there would be no one else there. And full aggression from Navi. Edward, he had all the confidence in the world to tell Seas, stay put, don't retreat. We'll set this up. They'll walk into it. It works out perfectly. It's left to steal. 1-on-3 to work with. Bomb is just over to his left. He'll be able to pick that up, or will he? He's actually going to go on the hunt. He wants to get kills early. A minute left to work with, but no one's showing themselves just yet. As Setch not able to find that pick, he will now pick up the bomb.
He really kind of wants to save this one. They're going to get $3,400 across the board next round. If he can save the AK, that's massive. It means they can actually get a full gun round going into this, but he fancies his chances there.
And that flash is intended, and it will bloom at the top of B to try and force one more rotation, but hasn't worked out so far because they do have a player anchored down behind that monster tunnel. That's Zeus that's in wait. Meanwhile, Steel sees this down below and in a quick rotation spot. Steel's going to walk in on top of this A site, and the only player that can do anything about this is Edward, and he's yet to react. If they get a bomb down, that's even more money, but he's not. This is surely not. Edward's close enough that he'll deny it and just barely does. It's 14 now for Navi.
So as mentioned before, it's full loss bonus, 5 rounds lost in a row, and you get $3,400. And looking down the barrel of tournament pointing the wrong way, if they lose this round, will be up against the ropes completely. They will be getting Galil's AK-47s. No bomb planted, of course, so it's going to be a very difficult prospect for them to get this. As we go into round number 26 here, more aggression being shown from the CTs once more. It's going to be C's pushing towards middle, just smoking it off, trying to bait out the boost from the AWP perhaps towards mid. That's going to slow down the terrorists. It's actually going more into a defensive setup here. It's going to be Guardian, I think, once more towards B, looking for that early pick. Knows he probably won't have an AWP challenging him whatsoever, so he's going a bit more free reign here as terrorists make their way up towards long now.
Maybe this time going to go ahead and live up to his name by deploying the fire inside that bathroom. But it's all to play for right now from Luminosity. They are getting good utilities spent right now on the CT side. If they can buy more time, bait all those out and try and go for a fast execution. But as you say, they've really only got those 2 smokes to work with. 3, excuse me. First got one as well. 2 flashes, though. And Fallen closer and closer onto that position. Flamey, he's just going to calculate this out, work it. Are they going to go for something clever here? 2 men stacked up on truck. That's really interesting. So he'll go to the default spot, potentially look for a second man to trade, catch them out just a little bit. And Flamey, he's actually going to position himself so as to wait for the flash. But you're pointing out something very interesting on the minimap right now, Henry, is that they brought Zeus over as well. We haven't seen too many over rotations in this situation, and there's no guarantee that Luminosity wants this A site. Fallen and Bolts are going to try and sell this. Steel's in a position, a monster. They're going to walk in. This has actually worked. For the first time, we've seen a fake actually finally sell a team. And although Guardian's here waiting with the AWP, he's going to have to do big work and just be able to stabilize the situation until his teammates arrive. Not only that, Bolts is able to kill one on A, so there's going to be less support when they do get there. Zeus finally gets back into Fur, but it's looking brilliant right now. Luminosity, they've got a great round in their hands to take. It's Guardian that's going to have to try and deny them, and they won't. Very, very well done by Luminosity that round.
Navi thought they had that round all tied up map. They had 4 players giving it to the A bomb site, and Luminosity with the perfect play there. Couldn't have gone any better for them. Full smokes going down to the A bomb site. 1 player going in and causing havoc, and then the full B play comes in. Guardian had to hit that first shot. He got flashed off, and then the round fell in favor of Luminosity. Still life in them yet as we go into round number 27 here. Full buy for both teams. This could be one of the defining rounds. More aggressive play from the CTs coming in once again. C's going to be in the connector this time. Everything to play for as we go in now. This time they've gone for the 4-man stack towards B. So
this is starting to change things. Guardian again going to try and push. We saw Fallen get a lot of kills in this position in the first half. In fact, 2 very important one, and it's Fallen again, although this time he's on the T side. And that's a huge advantage for them to have early. Zeus thinks he might be able to try and get a refrag, so he's going to pursue it. Goes for the AWP instead. Steel, he may walk out into this. Does go down, and the situation's back to where it began. Minus a man on either side.
So now, well then it looks like Luminosity will be making their way towards A once more. It's going to be Bolts leading the charge there towards long. 3 players there as well. Been absolutely amazing this series. He's alone towards middle, just trying to gain some information. Can he find a CT lurking in these bathrooms? Sees though, pushing up towards long. He's going to be challenging this as well. The AWP player Fallen takes him down though, brings it to the 4-on-3, and now they have a real chance to get onto this A bomb site.
Fur's going to try and come in as well from the stairs to support. They've got the attention pulled toward Fallen, but Fur's in. Smokes are out. Flamey gets 1. Can he get 2? He does. Fur's not ready for it. Cold's there, though. A very important trade because it leaves it in a 2-on-2. Bomb's going to have to be planted, which in that time will allow Edward to lurk more forward. They don't get any post plants established, and I dare say that might just be enough. If Luminosity broke Navi, we could have been in a 14-14 situation. Instead, it's now going to be quarterfinal point for Navi.
Absolutely. They get the bomb down, but the money just isn't going to be enough. There are 2 key players stepping up in that clutch situation. And what an intense series this has been so far. 15 plays 12. Luminosity obviously winning 1 round, losing the subsequent one. Is going to be a difficult time for them in terms of their arsenal. So this is it. All to play for. Navi in touching distance of going through to the semi-finals there.
Absolutely incredible best of 3. Even only 2 maps. Again, I can't say, it's not like we can have our cake and eat it too here. We've got to control it a little bit. Let's not get carried away. But my God, I wanted this to go to Inferno for that reason. It still may. Let's not rule it out. We've seen so many unorthodox things happen in this game. So much craziness with disadvantaged buys. We've got another one here for Luminosity. 2 Tech-9s, Fur and Cold, the 2 players that have been playing lights out in this series. Guardian out toward long. For the first pick. They've Molotoved off second rock to try and force out the rifler, and we saw that actually did work. He transitioned through the scope of Guardian and against the wall. He might catch Fallen out from that position as well. He sees that shoulder bait shot goes out, but now this is the turn for Flamey to take the peek, and Fallen goes down as a result.
Now then you can see the terrorist side making their way onto the A-bomb side. Guardian gets taken down as well. Just going to be seized against 3 players. What can he do? Looks like he may be taken down there. Fur does it with the Tech-9, keeping the dream alive for Luminosity. He gets a double as well. Zeus drops. The retake is on from the CTs. Can they hold on?
Edward does catch Steel, the 1 lurk player over on B. If anything, that gives them a chance to save the weapons, and that's exactly what they're looking to do already. They know the situation. It's dire for them as well. They've got the rounds in cushion, so
How did that round fall away from Navi? They get the man advantage there, and somehow Guardian just unaware of the situation. No one watching towards mid. Fur comes in with that Tech 9, doing huge work there. 2 frags, and opens up the bomb site. CT's making the correct decision here, I feel. Taking the save with the 2 rifles there. They have got reasonable money, so they will be able to get the AWP out next round, but lifeline given to Luminosity. They stay alive. 2 more to go. There's the fire again. I love it.
Goes off. It's heating up, you could say, Henry.
Definitely is. As we go into round number 29, it's going to be right down to the wire again. We can see now Luminosity finally getting some guns on the board. It's going to be 1 player fallen with the Tech 9. He has been instrumental to getting some of the picks now. Definitely has woken up since his first map. 16 for him. Guardian with that orb once more. It looks like they may be committing to more of a B-side execution here, as all the players, apart from 1, going towards that side of the map.
Fur's getting aggressive, but Guardian's there. So finally an aggressive AWP to pay off early in the round. Edward follows it up. It's not going to work out the way that LG hoped. They're going to get swarmed. They're going to get surrounded inside of construction. Zeus walks out and gets the double, and it's Steel 8 HP.
This is surely it now.
If he pulls this off, I'm done. There's never been a more important moment in such a tense situation, and it's grim. As all 3 players remaining as well for Na'Vi have 100 HP.
1 minute to play with, though. He knows if he loses this round, they're out of the tournament.
Guardian may spot his feet here if he jumps again. He does. Now it's ready.
Finish it off with a spray through the wall.
He may do. He's going to try it. How fitting would it be? Because Guardian, he's already hit 2 this game.
Not going to happen this time. So still alive. 40 seconds to play with. This is it. Luminosity probably got their head in their hands right now, hoping for a miracle.
If their heads aren't in their hands, their throats are definitely in their mouths. And they've played with all, or their throats are in their mouth. Their hearts are in their throat, excuse me.
That works.
And I was going to say, they've played with a ton of heart in this game. But either way, it's Zeus that waits, and Steel, he's making some noise that'll draw the attention, and it's going to be all over. Hats off to the Brazilians. They exploded onto the scene in March, or rather, excuse me, January even, at MLGX Games, and they've made it now into their 3rd quarterfinal appearance in a major, but Na'Vi is the team to move forward.
Yeah,
what a performance.
They got to the quarterfinals last time, unable to advance against Fnatic. This time, Na'Vi will be the ones taking them down. It was a very close 2 maps there, Matt. 16-14, 16-13. They're going to feel disappointed, but I feel like the victors are the deserved ones here. Great play there from Guardian across the series. Zeus stepping up well there as well, but God, I'm done. I'm going to need to lie down after that one.
And again, the eco round at the start of the second half, it meant so much because of that situation. They lose it by a couple rounds. Economy slipped away at the end. That could have been a whole different situation if it went to 12-6, but you could say so many things could have been different with the economy in these 2 games. They've been so back and forth. We knew it was going to be good. The play styles of these 2 teams. I've been talking up TS MVP all year, by the way, Henry, for being my favorite rivalry.
Sure.
I might have a new one. Unfortunately, across the pond, they don't play each other as much as we might like.
Such a display of skill from both teams there. Like, such a crazy display of SMG kills, Deagle kills, Orb kills. Just they had the whole package there. Really exciting scenes.
Well, that said, we've talked more than enough. I have no more words. I'm sure Guardian has a lot after that performance.
Hope so. Guardian, congratulations. A 2-0 victory in the end, and it all looked very straightforward. Was it as easy as it looked?
No, it wasn't easy at all. We had some bad rounds, mistakes, and they used our mistakes to their favor, and yeah, it was a pretty hard game, and they played really well.
You said yesterday that the team were, getting a bit angry and a bit upset with the way that they played. Was it the same today?
I would say I cannot be happy with 100% because we made so many stupid mistakes on T side on Dust 2. Like, it was chaotic and this kind of stuff, and everybody raging and trying to say what he wants, and we didn't do that well, but it was better than yesterday.
Is it not a good sign if all of that's going on and everything's going wrong and you're still winning and you're in the semi-final? Is that not a good sign?
Probably yes.
We'll find out tomorrow. You're going to play an IP tomorrow. Now, got to tell you, this is a bit of a secret, okay? So there's no one listening or watching right now, so it's fine, you can tell me. Richard Exist yesterday said to me, the dark horse for this tournament is Na'Vi. Now you're going to play them tomorrow, so what do you say to that?
I would say NIP is a good opponent for us, better than TSM, because we always feel some respect towards them because they play really well, and facing NIP will be hard, really hard, and I think any team can win. So yeah, I'm looking forward, and hopefully we will be the winners.
All right, well, very best of luck tomorrow. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Na'Vi are our final team in the semi-finals.
Well, there we go. It was a wonderful game. The Brazilians definitely give a good account of themselves, but class will always out, and Na'Vi had just enough to get over the finish line. Really, really close maps, so many key rounds that could have gone either way. In the end, I think the better team won just about. What are your thoughts?
It was a match where, even though it was just two mapper, you still felt, you know, it was a very long match, a lot of close rounds going back left and right, and it was just Na'Vi. It was just that much better. Where, you know, you saw LG lose the anti-eco rounds and things like that. So yeah, the differences are really small. As is the fly.
Extra member of the analysis desk, a fly. Go away. Anyway, what did you make of it, Duncan?
I mean, this has actually just been the trend for Na'Vi. It's been really hard to get a gauge on them throughout the tournament. Like, are they actually good at the moment? Are they struggling? Because basically, yeah, they're winning games, but it's always tight somehow. And as soon as they win some rounds, you know they're going to give some up and then do a crazy force buy that puts them more behind. So credit to them. They've managed to do just enough each time to win. They've gotten to the semi-finals, which is the furthest they've ever been in a major. I think now they've got a real legit chance to actually go to a final, perhaps, because they've never faced anyone. Well, usually they face favourites when they reach that point in time, or someone who eventually wins the championship. So overall, I think Na'Vi just did enough. They didn't really impress me super much here. Guardian did turn up for a bunch of the games, that was nice. Luminosity was very good as well. Just I think all in all, it was a good accounting for both sides.
What's your players' take on the two teams?
I think out of those two, if Fallen actually came to play, it would have been a different story, because Guardian was just dropping bombs, and you know the matchup there is obviously Fallen versus Guardian. And Fallen wasn't actually present at most times during Dust 2, which is a shame. But overall, I'd say that, I mean, I'm sure that everyone is impressed by Luminosity making this far. And it's quite fun for me to watch as well tomorrow, which is going to be Na'Vi versus NIP, because this is one of the matches that's going to be really good to watch.
Yeah, and, you know, talking about Luminosity, I mean, obviously they've made it into this, you know, the legendary part of the tournament, given a very good account of themselves. I think they'll have won a few people over, especially beating Fnatic and everything to achieve what they did. What do you think's next for the team? I mean, some people are saying maybe they need to add just one more player to tweak it, get them over the line, or is it a case of just competing more and more at tournaments of this stature?
I don't think they do need a player, actually.
No.
In fact, that's what I learned in this tournament, was that, amazingly, I used to think in the past they needed a few players. I look at this tournament now, I think they've got the pieces here, actually. Right? What I want to see now is a couple more lands. I'd love to see, if they were playing like the next month and then a month after, that'd be ideal then, because then I'd know, okay, is this going to be a team where at the moment they look like they could be a consistent quarterfinal type team, upset chance to maybe now take some series, because like I said before, they could upset on one map. I didn't think they could win the series. They could have won this series, but are they ever going to be a champion? Probably not, but I think they are one of the few teams that I think legitimately can evolve a bit still. And the fact that not only the in NA, they've been staying in NA a while, they do these boot camps to Europe, which you know is a key thing that a lot of the other teams don't do, even the NA teams. They practice in NA and just come to the event. That comes back from the old days of Brazil, MIBR, etc. So I think the main thing that they can add is just wait a little bit, because we know there's different leagues potentially coming up in North America next year. It might be the case that they're ideally situated to be one of the top teams next year.
Right. Well, we'll find out how Na'Vi are feeling after that win. Guardian's going to join Sir Scoots for a slightly longer interview about the win over Luminosity.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I am joined once again by Guardian. Not going to keep you too long. And again, a lot of the highlights of Map 1, if I would have looked at clutches and crazy out-of-mind plays, did not come from your team. It did come from Luminosity. But again, as you talked to Red Eye on the stage, you know, you guys played solid Counter-Strike, some sloppy rounds, certainly. They played out of their minds, clutching left and right. Fallen has a horrible game. The rest of his team does step up. You have a great game, and you still win. So even with your less than optimal play and their crazy play, you take that first map. Just thoughts on that map?
Well, we started pretty well. I think it was something like 8-3 to us, and then we lost the last rounds. I wouldn't say that Fallen was playing bad, because maybe he didn't made a lot of shots, but he made important frags, and the others played really well. Like, I would say they failed team-wise, because skill-wise they were probably even better than us sometimes. So I would say they failed team-wise, strategy-wise or something. So they played real well, and we used their mistakes to our favor as well as they did. So it was an even game, and yeah, we were more lucky, I would say.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into Overpass. Again, one thing I'm keeping an eye on a lot is these tactical timeouts and if they're effective. That first game, they called one way late in the game, and they actually were able to capitalize on it and win the next round. It didn't win on the map. You ended up winning the map. You guys call one at round 8. And what did you talk about? And and obviously you came out of that and then kept winning rounds.
Well, now in our team is like Starix is the game leader, but still Zeus and Sis always talking something. So it was more like chaotic, so we had to take time out to calm it down. And then we talked what will we do the remaining rounds, and it worked somehow. And most of the time we are taking timeouts, it's working to our favor, and we are winning rounds because we know what the opponent doesn't do and what they do bad. So we are trying to talk about this and use our rounds that we are practicing and have for this event.
A question about force buys. Again, if we jump, again, second side, you guys do a force buy on the round after the pistol round, and you win it. When do you guys decide as a team to do the old-fashioned, let's just save a couple, get all our stuff going, and when do you want to push a force?
We are pushing first when we know that they doesn't have any economy. If it's offered pistol round, then mostly we take, but it depends on map, because for example on Dusty we doesn't buy armors because it's pointless, because long range is in favor of T side. So it depends on the map and situation. If after pistol rounds we are taking it, it's like 50-50, and if it's in mid game, then we really think about the economy, and if they don't have the economy, then we are trying to win the first buy.
Gotcha. So let's do some quick predictions. Obviously, you've got NIP tomorrow, but before you play NIP, Envious takes on G2. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, for me, G2 is like high skill team, aim-wise and skill-wise. So for me, it could be like 2-1 to G2, but even Envy is probably one of the best teams, like top 3. So I would say it could be even 2-0 to Envy, but anything can happen. Like they want 2-0 against Virtus Pro,